Testing, testing. Okay, so this is another attempt at a live stream here on YouTube. It's a little bit tricky for me because I don't have the best upload speeds. I'm still sort of learning this live stuff, so forgive me if I make a few mistakes. I hope you can all hear me. I do have it set to push to talk, so if you can hear me, just write something in the chat would be handy. I think there's about a 20 to 30 second delay between the stream and what's happening here, which is normal, I think. So yeah, if you can hear me, let me know so that I can start up here. Just gonna check the chat for a second. I'm still sort of learning this live stuff, so well, it seems that like the sound is coming through. I just tried it, you might hear it in a second. So hello Sebastian, how are you? Cool, that's good. I tried, last time I did this I tried with Wirecast, and it was a really hard slog, so then I switched to OBS because that was highly recommended, and it seems like it's working okay, which is good. Okay, so I don't know how long this stream's going to run for. I do have some things to do today, but I just thought I would try it because I'm looking at a few ideas at the moment that I wouldn't mind trying to nut out, and I figured if I'm going to try and work them out, it'll be a good opportunity to make a live stream and have a go. So what I've done here is, this is one of my recent files here. This is the new cool, thanks Damien, thank you. So this is one of my recent files that I made with the adjustable 2x2 elevator, and what I got, the response I got was that this design was really really good and nice and simple, and some people went as far as to say it's more simple than the multi-floor design that I made a little while back. So and a few people asked if I could try redesigning this, and I sort of agree with them because I made this about probably 3 months ago now, and it's some of the stuff I was doing in there could probably be done better. So I've stripped this one back to just the elevator and the buttons, and I'm going to be trying to make a new design for this multi-floor system just to see if it will work. And if I get stuck on that, I've got another idea over here which will be a cool little design that uses these pistons on my elevator, but it keeps them with the elevator. So these designs, they use the elevators, they use the pistons at the bottom and at the top, and they will move the elevator and then go back to their original position. Causes a lot of time to wait. So the idea here is that I can use these pistons and try and keep them with the elevator, so that when you do make a different selection, it's almost immediate start. It's very complex, but I think it's possible. So I'm going to be trying that as well if I get stuck with this thing. Alright, so let's get started here. At the beginning, I've just done this little counter system here. So the system works. Whoop, hang on. Okay, so the system works on 8 items. So let's see, actually I might be able to, hang on a second. Let's try this one. Okay, here it is before I started doing stuff to it. So the system works on 8 items. So when we have these starting items here, we can remove 8 items from that and use those 8 items as a time delay. So when I push this button here, it goes through this, which is a pulse extender, and it transfers 8 items across. Now that's the start of, a lot of that is causing a lot of time to wait, and it actually causes quite a lot of delay in choosing your floor. So we're trying to get this to work without such a long wait. That's the idea. And in the process, hopefully I can make the rest of this stuff a bit easier to use and a bit more simple. Alright, so I head back to the other world. Okay, so now I'm just going to see, I want to see if I can, I've got it push to talk at the moment. I think I want to change it to push to mute, so let me just do that 1 second. Okay, let's see if that works. If you can still hear me, just let me know so I don't have to check the video. Okay, so what have we got? Here was just a bit of an idea to see if I could get 8 items in here. So what I've done was put this button here with this little circuit into a comparator and using 2 droppers to fire at the same time. So if I hit this there, we should see 8 items got into that chest. This is the same thing, I just laid it out a little bit differently. So if I hit that one, we get 16 because there was already 8 in there. Okay, so 8 goes in there. So 8 is the key number here. We need to get 8. Ah, excellent. Thank you. Okay. Alright, cool. So, let's see. It's still got to work on hoppers because it needs to refill itself once we've pushed the button to make it go. So, let me just set this up a little bit. Here we go. Alright, so if we've got this hopper here, we need to make it go into the hopper and then cycle through. So if this chest is the hopper, then we can go into the hopper, and then I'll put it that way, and I'll just power that so you can't move. Now we'll have to get rid of that and probably put a repeater here and probably put one here as well. Actually that won't work, it has to go here. The comparator clocks, they work to a degree, so if you have a comparator clock and you fire it, let's use this, it pulses okay there. If you have a repeater here, the repeater stays on. If you have a repeater here, the repeater stays on, and if you have a repeater here, then it gets you your 1 tick pulse. So any device that needs the 1 tick pulse has to be a couple blocks away from the comparator, otherwise it won't work. You can cheat here. You can actually put, if you put a block here like this, it actually changes the way it works it out, and you can actually go, say, over this way, and it will do a different type of signal. So there we go. So that's technically, it's a little bit closer, but yeah. Anyway, so get rid of that. Alright, so if we have, let's put a few more items in here, like that, and a couple more in here. Okay, so if we have 64 in there, 64 in that one, and we want to use the hoppers. So if I push this button, we should have 8 items in this hopper. Only 4? Okay. So it's not, oh, of course, it's not getting powered. Okay, so take the 4 items out. Let's try that again. Okay. 8 items go into there. Okay, let's get rid of all this stuff here. It's in the way. So it's actually a rainy day today, so it's a perfect day to sit inside and just play Minecraft. It's actually 11 in the morning here on Saturday morning, so I don't know what time it is over there. It's probably Friday night, I would say, over in the US, and probably middle of the night somewhere in Europe, I'd imagine. Okay, so it's actually this one we want to stop, so let's just put a torch there, like that. Right, so if we do this, they fire into here. Oh, 16, okay. Let's try that again. Okay, so we got 8 into there, so that's for 1 button push, and for 2 we can get 16, and let's do this. So then if we have another button, and what else do we need to do here? We need to do this probably. Okay, let's put a repeater there, and 3 AM. Wow. Are you waiting for a video to upload or something? That's nice and late. Okay, so if that goes, no, that won't work. Let's try this. Let's do this and this, and we'll do that. Okay, cool. So that's powering that at the moment, and when items get put into this, it should turn this off and let the rest go through. So if 1 gets into there, 1, okay, it needs a stop there as well. So if 1 goes into there, that gets unpowered, and the rest of the items that were in here can go through. So take them out of there, and it's powered again. And I'll just make sure that this works here. So if we hit a button on this one, yeah, okay, so that turns off. Cool. So here we go. So if we push this button here, we get 8 items in that hopper. If we push it again, we get another 8, so that's 16, and then if we push this button, it will activate. So you can see that's counting down. Ah, you're about to go to bed. Ah, sorry mate, sorry to keep you awake. Let's hope it's worth it. Okay, so that goes through, and then we get 16 in there. Then we have to make a way for it to get refilled back into here again. So they need to be full. Yeah, okay. So if we did it from below, that would work. Okay, let's try this. So if we go here, and yeah, but it can't be a repeater. Let me just check this. Yeah, see, okay. Oh, actually it might work. Let's put a torch there like that. Okay, let's try that again. So there was 1 in there, so there should be 5. Nope. I think what's happening here is that this dropper is powered directly by this repeater, so it's technically a block, so this is being powered, which isn't letting any items through, so it's locking it. So if we change this to redstone like that, now there should be 4 items when we press the button. Oh, and it goes back out. Okay, this isn't close enough, obviously. Let's get a torch. Okay, so like this. 4 items. Nope. Ah, because it's facing back down into the hopper, into the dropper. So if we do it this way, and then get facing out like that, now that'll work. 4 items. No. What? Ah, because it's locked. Yes, it's locked. There we go. That will work now, I promise. Okay. There we go. Alright, we're in business. Okay, so if we get rid of this, see the trick is that when the items start going into this side, we need them to go back into the hopper and into the dropper and be recycled. So if we go up higher, let's go to here, like this, and we'll put that like that. Actually, this will work if we put it here, and then go like this. Okay, that stuff needs to come up. Let's get rid of this. Okay. We can get rid of those as well. Let's see. So this one will fire into that, so that needs to face into that one, and this one will fire direct into that. Then we need to do this, so we'll grab that, put a comparator off this, and into a block like this, like that, and like that. And I think we can put another block here, and we can put a block there. Alright, so that should work again. Let's see if we stop this one. make sure we've got plenty of items in there. Let's just fill this up. Oh, that's interesting. I never noticed that. You can see it's got the, I don't know if you can see with the quality, but it's got how many items you've dispensed, I think. So minus 472. That's cool. Alright. So let's try this. We'll hit this. And in this hopper, no, this one, it's 5. Okay, because that one shouldn't be there. And it's locked. So that one, so it's locked, which means only half of it's getting in. Four. Maybe there's a bit of a bud effect here. Let's try. Let's try this. Get rid of that one. Into there. And let's fill that up again. So cool. Let's get rid of these. And we'll hit this button here. There we go, that works. Very good. Now the only thing is, how slow is it? Because if we push the button here and it starts putting items in, it's gonna be 2 hoppers worth. No, that should be fine. Yep. Okay. So if we hit this button, the items get timed out and go into this hopper. So from that hopper, they need to be split. So from that one, really it wants to go down. So if it goes down, then we can, I'll have to go into that hopper. You don't want these to empty, so if it goes down, we can do, we need to get it from this hopper into these droppers is the key. Okay, well let's tidy this up quickly here. So what's the best way to do this? Probably a block in there that gets powered. That would be the best way. So we can remove that. So that block gets powered. But it will have to be, if we put it over this side. Yep. And then we put a repeater there like that, and one here. Have to be like this. Actually have to be further back. We can work that out in a minute. Set these up. And this. Okay, like that. So okay, will that work? Well, it'll only do 4 at the moment. 2. So we set that. Okay, so now it should do 8. Cool, so that works. And then when we hit this button over here, it should be taken out of there and put into there. Alright, let's leave that for the moment. It's probably a much better way to do that. This whole bit here. Okay. Let me flick this off. Alright. So now, what I need to do here is try and get the items out of this hopper back into these 2 droppers. Okay, so let's have a go at that. Okay, so if we get some chests here. Now, one way to do it is put 2 chests and 2 hoppers, and then make them go to the 2 droppers. So I think, I could be wrong, but I think, let's get a trap chest out. So I think if I put, let's try it, if I put 10 items in here, 9, 10. Now when I get out of here, I think it should divide them evenly between the 2 hoppers. I hope. No, it doesn't. So this one doesn't get any at all. Hello Progan666, welcome. Okay. We're just trying to redesign this multi-floor elevator to make it a bit easier. At the moment it's proving a little bit complicated, but how are we going to split these droppers off? So we have 2 droppers there that we need to split. A tech show. Cool. Chat. It seems that I can see your chat there, Damien. It's coming through alright. You said test, and then chat's giving me a lot of issues with a frowny face. Seems to be working here. Okay. So we have 8 items there at the moment. How do we get them back? Okay, if we go from this hopper into this dropper, and then pull from this dropper into this dropper, once this one fills up, this one will fill up. So that might work. But how do we go? Okay, so maybe we need to get rid of that and put it this way. Does that work? Get rid of that. Oh. Okay. Let's just make sure that still works. Alright. Get rid of these. Ah, that sounds annoying. What browser are you using? I use Chrome. Okay, that worked. So let's face it into there. So, here we go. Let's fill all these back up again. So if that's all full, we need to avoid putting, see what I want to do is just put a hopper there and a hopper there, and technically that should refill itself, so it'll fill this until it's completely full, and then once it's full, actually these would need to be full as well, because otherwise it's just going to suck it all out. So let's fill those up as well, and we'll fill this up. So that's a bit of a buffer. Okay, so if that goes through there, we need to power it somehow. So if we go back to this, put that over that side, like that, and then we'll have to power that one as well. Actually, does signal go up? Does signal go up there? Let's try it. Let's grab one of these. Yeah, it does. Does that mean that's powered? I don't think... that would work. Let me try this. No, okay. So it's kind of like a half slab. Alright. Try it using Firefox. Yeah. Yeah. You're all special. Special snowflakes. Ah well, it always happens to the best of us. Okay, so if that goes, so that will go up, that will power that, so that's cool. Or will it? Let me check that as well. Okay. Let's try that. Good. Alright, there we go. So that's full, and that's full. And these guys are both full. Okay, so... that's going to go up a block here. And we're going to cut that one off there. That way it directly powers that dropper. Alright. So that's that one. And if we push this, let's make sure it still works. Get rid of that. Okay, that one there should be full as well. Only two. So only 2 items went in. Let's try this then. Oh, well that's off, that would be why. Let's put that back. Okay, 2 items, so let's see if we get 8. 4. So that means one of these maybe is not working properly. There's 4 into there. Okay, so let's see which one it is. So is it that one? Yeah, certainly. So what we're doing here is we're trying to make a new version of a counter system for this multi-floor elevator. This one works on 8 items per floor, and currently we have to push this wooden button and wait for a pulse extender to extend that signal for long enough for 8 items to go through these hoppers. It means it's very slow, and it also means it's easy to break, because what I had was, let's see if I can duplicate it here. So in this one, this is what we're trying to replace. We're trying to make it simpler and more efficient. So at the moment here, if we've got no worries. So yeah, if we've got this this counter here, it's got 32 in it. If we push this button, it goes through this pulse extender. The pulse extender will allow 8 items to come through, but it's easy to break because if you push this and then you push it again too quickly, it screws up the pulse extension and you get odd numbers come out, and that causes it to break. See, that shouldn't be a 9, that should be a multiple of 8, that should be 8 in there. So that's where some of the issues that people have come from, is that they push these too quickly. I did set up this little, I'll fill this back up again. How many was in there? That'll do. I set up this little counter system so that when you push it, if the light's on, it means don't push it yet, and when the light turns off you can push it again, and that'll make sure you get in multiples of 8. But it's very slow. Like if you've got, this is I think what, 7 floors or something, maybe, yeah, 7 floors. So if you want to get up to the 7th floor you have to wait a long time to push it. At least with this adjustable one you can push the button pretty quickly and get away with it. So I was just playing around with the idea of fixing this up a little bit. So let's go back to this one. Oh, not that one. Okay. So while I'm doing this, has there anyone here got me on Twitter? I think. Let's have a look. Followers. Yep, Progan666. I thought I had you there. So if anyone else is here that wants to follow me on Twitter, that would be cool. Because I'm looking to do some streams every so often, and Twitter's a really good way to let people know that that it's on. This is my sort of first successful YouTube stream. Even though the quality is potato, it's still working, which is good. And Twitch seems like a really good platform to use as well, but I don't like the more compact way for the 8-block clock output. Okay, cool. Well, if you want to prepare it in a world for me and send it to Mediafire, I'd love to take a look and see how you've done it. It's always tricky doing this stuff because generally I'll get things to work to begin with, and then I'll look at compacting it. This is a good example. So this layout here is all that I did to build that machine up there. So I started off with some basic stuff here and really messily just put this together and ended up with this, and this was one of the cells, and I decided it was far too big, and I managed to come up with the smaller design here after a bit of tinkering. So that's how I generally work, is I make it so it works and then I see if there's a better way to do it. So yeah, but if you've got a compact version, yeah, I'd love to see it if I may. So what did I have to do? I needed to check if these droppers were going in or not. So if I press this one, yeah, screenshot would be great. Okay, so only 2 items. Okay. Is it because it's too close? That can't be there, it has to be there. Let's try that again. Okay, there we go. So there's 4 items into that. So it must have been too close. I don't want to do that. There we go. Okay. Make sure all these are full. Okay, this one's not. Alright, let's try that. So if we do this, before. So that one there is the one that's not working. Take that 4 out. Let's press this again. 6. It's interesting. Oh, also, if you want to put that screenshot, go to here. Go to that address for the screenshot. Oh, oh. If you go to that address and just paste me the link. Need the link. Okay. That's what I put all of my little pictures on. It's a just a little really simple image sharing site that someone I know made, and it's just nice and simple. Okay, so let's get rid of that as well. So it's not quite working there. So why is that? Okay, that was better. Let's try that again. Six. Six items. Another 6. Is it something to do with this? Nope. Let's try that one then. So we got 6 in there. Hopefully we get 14, no, 10, so that's only 4. So that one's not working again. Okay, let's get rid of these for the moment. So we did have it working. Maybe because it's up high now. Let's try this. When it stops working, bring it back to the basics and start again. So, 4. I think we had that working before, didn't we? Ah, you can't post links. Okay. No worries. Well, yeah, PM me on YouTube or something, and I will check it out because this is interesting. All right, let's leave that for the moment. I'll just wait for this idea to come through. Okay. So let's take a look over here for the moment. So when we put a block here, that triggers. Okay, here we go. So this is a cool little thing I came up with. Well, look at all the droppers in my inventory. Let's clear them out. This is a cool little idea I came up with in my last attempt at a live stream, and what it is a way to know when the elevator goes past. So it's got one item in here, and that is a dropper which goes into a hopper, and when that goes in, it will set this up. So it provides a link, provides a pulse to come out of that. Now, after I went ahead and designed this, I realized I didn't need any of this. All I need to do is put a comparator here, a hopper there, and a comparator here. So when an elevator goes past, it makes a little pulse come out. The reason why I did this, I mean, I could have done this. Well, actually, I couldn't have. I could have done and put like redstone out like that, or put like a repeater out like that. But then it's not flush. There's no block there, so it just doesn't look nice. So that's why we did that. And the idea here is that when this block goes past, it will provide a pulse. And if this floor is selected, the pistons will stop. Oh, so the pistons will stop. Right now it's using a stone button as input. Which type of input signal are you using right now? So it's stone button as well. So I'm using a stone button at the moment. Could probably... Yeah, this is using two comparators. You could probably use one comparator. You could probably use two comparators hooked up to... Because I think a stone button will give you... How many items? Yeah, to here. I think a stone button give you 5 items. 4, 5, 6. Let's make sure that. Yeah, so stone button direct to a comparator will give you 5 items. G'day Fun Master. Welcome back. I think you were in here last time when I had a really bad experience with streaming on YouTube. So welcome back. We are just trying to make a new counter system for this multi-floor elevator and just playing around with a few ideas. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, so that's what this guy over here is going to be. Essentially, you're going to have your pistons here and your pistons here, and they will both stay there. So when you select a different floor, hopefully the idea is that these pistons will move with the elevator and stop with the elevator. So that's the idea for that one. Okay, so let's just head back to here. So I'm waiting for another idea to come through from Okata. Yeah, it does seem better now. I had a good play with the settings and really looked deep into it. I also downloaded OBS to do this one. Previously I was using Wirecast, and yeah, Wirecast I just couldn't deal, so I had to use OBS, and it seems to be better. I mean, the quality is still not fantastic, but that's because I don't have cable internet. I've just got ADSL2, so my upload speed is only about 800. So okay, I'm just going to take a look at this one. So I'm just taking a look at this other design here. Give me a second. Okay, and we've got this one. Okay, so I'm looking at your picture here. Let's see if I can I change this? Add a scene. Browser. Add a source. Window capture. And Google Chrome. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this one is what I'm looking at. And yeah. Okay, sorry, I was just looking at the settings there. Okay, so you've got a button here, a button here with a torch. Alright, so let's try and build that. So it's got a button there and torch there, and we've got that and this, and we're going to like this, is it? Oh. And then I can't see it, but I assume you've got a torch here. And you're using a torch burnout, which is a very good idea. Okay, so that goes there like that, and then it goes to two droppers like that. Is that how you've got it? Yeah, it looks like it. And then we go into two chests, or two of these guys. So let's get a chest. That, and that goes into there like that, and we'll put 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay, just let me check the chat here. Okay, so let's go to here like that. So let's fill these up. Let's put 4 in there and 4 in there. Ah, very nice. Well done, sir. That is why. Let me refresh this. That is why. Sorry about that. Oh, cat. Okay, that is why. Well done. Well done, sir. I actually haven't done much with torch burnouts, but they certainly are handy in a short setting. So let me just close this. There we go. Okay. So that works well. That is very nice, actually. Nice torch burnout. So, thank you for that. And I think we will be using that, if I may. So that's okay. So obviously that doesn't quite go for long enough, hence why you have the delay there. So that works well, very nice. Actually, something interesting about those torch burnouts is you can make a very cheap mini elevator using them. If you go like this, let's see, how did I do it? Get a slab. Like this. And then I think it was just your repeaters. Yeah, so you can actually make an elevator without the comparator by using a torch burnout. And if we go here like this, and a third one. Let's put a torch. Yep. So yeah, you can go like this, and oh no, it's too low. Yeah, so that's interesting. That's without using any comparators, so I should have known better. Okay. Let me just fix this window here again. Okay. There we go, get that set up. Alright, let's turn that off again. Clear this out here. Okay, so Well, that is very good. Very good. So here we have the very nice 8-block clock. Let's fill this up. And let's fill this up. So uses torch burnouts. Very good. So let's see. So I assume horizontal. Yeah, there's the horizontal piston worm. That I actually used that in my monorail system, and some of the very early piston worms used lots of torches changing to make them move along. So yeah, very cool mechanic. Now let's have a look at this. I'd like to make this flat. So let's get rid of this mess here. Let's get rid of all this. And we'll put in this new one, this one. So let's do it like that. So we'll put a torch on that one, and we'll go this way and this way. Torch here on top of there, and one there, and let's put that like that. Then let's go like this, and we'll go here like that, and here like that, and then we'll put a button on that. So now it's too wide, and that should work. Perfect. Very good. Can we make this smaller still? We might be able to. Let's try it next door here. Okay, so if we go to droppers, dropper here and dropper there. Hello to all the new people, by the way. I see we're up to 8. That's awesome. That's my record so far. So welcome. We're just making this elevator more efficient and easier, and just having a bit of a play with some other things. So welcome, thank you, and make sure you check me out on Twitter, because when I do stream updates I'm going to be posting them to Twitter. And plus I want to try and get to use my Twitter a bit more, especially for things that I'm working on that I haven't released a video on yet. So if you check me out on there, hopefully we can get some updates there. Okay, so let's fill that up again, like that. And there. Alright, we'll get some of these. And we'll get this and this. Okay, so can we make it smaller? Possibly. If we put a dot of redstone there, and we go like that, and then we go like this, this, Oops. Like that. And up there like this. And we'll put a block on that one. Actually, that can just go straight down like that. Okay. Alright, here. So, yes, we can make it smaller. I think. But this is a delay, isn't it? So, this will only put in 6 items. Because it just does the same thing. Yeah, it's only 6. So, it has to have a repeater there. Can we do... Oh, that's no worries, I guess. Okay, so that is getting to be very compact. Let's make sure that works. So put a button there. Let's check that again. Button there, and that's only 4. Okay. So it's only 4. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't look like we can do that. It'll just have to stay like this. Let's change that out. We can adjust the way that it looks later, I guess. So that's cool. Alright. Where's the music at? Okay, there we go. So that's working now to get 8 items into that. So if we do that again, we get 16. Now we need to make it cycle back through. So when we push this button, we can move this actually. Let's move this down to here. Okay, they go into there, and from there we want them to go into these guys here. So let's try this back up again, up the top. Up there, like that. And let's make sure that still works. So we want to get eight items, but it's empty. I did hear it fire though, so that's good. Let's take that out. Let's turn that up just a little bit. 8, perfect. Okay. So now, can we change this out for one of these? And can we go one of these? And this needs to be full. And this needs to be full. Like that. And then into that. And that doesn't really need to be full, I don't think. So let's just fill that up. My voice is relaxing. Thank you. I've never been told that before. That's nice. I feel like it's a little bit weird sounding, but I guess everyone's voice is weird sounding. They say that it's because when you're listening to your voice, you listen to it inside your head and it resonates and makes it sound more deep and warm, and then when you hear it recorded it sounds really nasally and gross. So that's what I think, yeah. So, okay, well, here we go. So let's try, so thank you. Hopefully I don't put you to sleep. So let's go try this out again. So if we push this, and okay, so only 4. So this still isn't quite working the way I want it to, because I still need to refill these droppers. So why can't we use some droppers instead? Let's try this. If we go chest here. Thanks Progan666. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good sleep. And I'll see you next time. Thank you. Alright, so now let's go like this. Oh. Okay, it's sucking all those out. We need to stop that, so let's put a torch. See ya, Super Pie Man. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, that'll do. Okay, that's not going to work either. Let's get rid of that. So maybe we have to go this way. Like that. And maybe now we can use a hopper. Oh. So we put a hopper into there, and a hopper into there. And we fill that up before it sucks everything out. You made it a little bit more compact again. Well, you're doing pretty well for 3:30 in the morning, considering it's morning for me here. Alright, let's see what you've got. Send it through again, that would be great, if you don't mind. Let's see if I can work out how you compacted it before you send it to me. Let's see. So if there's a torch here like that, that needs to be powered. Okay, so what if you did this and put a torch there, like this and like this. Like that. It's got something to do with... Okay, I see you post that link there, so I'm just gonna see It's got something to do with a torch turning another torch off, I reckon. Let's see. Okay, let's just take a look. Okay, we'll go here. Just gonna change some of these settings here. Bookmarks. Let's remove that. Okay. Let's go here. And we'll go like this. Seems that link doesn't quite work. Hang on. Yeah. I'm not getting that link to work. Yeah, I'm not working there at the moment, mate, but I'll have a look in a second. Alright, so where were we? Let's see. Okay, should be, let me see. Imager. Yeah, it just says image not found. Taking a wrong turn. Yeah, maybe just do that, and that way I can click on it. Cool, thank you. Alright. Focus. So, what have we got here? So, we were going to try if this worked. I don't think it does. These droppers. Alright. Here we are. So, let's press that. Okay, so there's only 4 working there. It's got something to do with this one, maybe. It shouldn't. But apparently it does. That's interesting. So it's centered on Twitter. Okay, let me have a look. Okay, yeah, that works. I don't know why it wasn't doing it before. Let's see if I can switch this. There we go. Okay, so Okay, cool. So you just got that into with a 2-tick delay into that. Okay, I think I understand that. Oops, I didn't realize that was there. Okay, so let's take a look at that then. So you've got this like that, like this, and this, with a 2-tick delay here into a block, and torch here, and another bit of redstone there, with a button. Should work. Very good, very good. So let's re-look at this one. It's actually I think it actually takes up the same space as that. Yeah. Minus this here, so that's cool. Alright, let's go back to this. Okay, oh, there's some chatting going on. Good to see. What have we got? Australian upload speeds, yes. Now, just for the information of those who don't live in Australia, our internet is pretty crappy compared to most of the world. And recently, well, not recently, a year ago or more, the political party that was in power decided to put in a national broadband network, and their plan was to put fibre to home, which would make our internet speeds on par with the rest of the world and better than some countries out there. And so then what happened is the government changed, and the next government that got in decided to make the rollout cheaper by putting fibre to node only and using copper systems back to the home, which means this humongous network that goes all over Australia would only be capable of about 3 or 4 times the speed of what we currently have, as opposed to about 100 times the speed. So I'm a bit disappointed about that, which means a lot of my streaming probably won't be great until I want to try and get connected to cable, because at least then you can get a bit higher speed. I get about 2 or 3 times faster on the cable network. But yeah, good old Australia. G'day Vulture, by the way. Okay, yeah, Vulture. I am from Queensland, sir. Sunny Queensland, where it is raining. Yeah, you should check out, let me just write it in the type. There we go. A little shout out for you, mate. Okay, so where are we at here? Okay, so this is the new design that we've got. And it's still using a torch burnout. We've got a small delay there, so that's cool. Ah, cool. Yes, it does. I've got a lot of really cool people who subscribe to me. I always check out anyone who subscribes to me. I check out their channel to see what they have, and I've got quite a few cool little channels there with some really interesting stuff. New South Wales, yes. Must be raining down there too at the moment, I figure. Okay, let's get back to this stuff. So here is a cool little way to shrink that. And if we can apply it to this, so we can get rid of, so if we put this up a level, and we put a repeater there, then we put this here like this, and a torch here, and a torch here, and a block here, like that. Set that to 2. Aha. Well, that makes sense. Let's put that into there. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so let's put the redstone here, like that. Actually, if we put, yeah, if we do this and put that, actually, yeah, I think I watched one of those things you may not know, and there was something in there that I didn't know, so that's very good. Okay, so let's try this now. I didn't have that connected before, so if we hit that, there we go, 8. Excellent. Wonder if we can. Anyway, alright, so 8 go into there now, that's good. So, let's fill this up again. And let's fill that up, yep. And fill that up. And that one there, I don't think we need that filled up, that can just be a buffer. So that can be like that, and that one can be like that. Alright. So if we hit this, we get 8 items. Very good. Now if we hit this button, those 8 items go through this hopper, and we can hit, well, we can remove this torch, and hopefully it will fill these back up again. So if we remove this, okay, that's filling up. Okay, and it's stopped. So why has it stopped filling up? Is this one full? Yep. Is this one full? Yep. And is this one full? Yep. So that one there needs to be full. Okay. Let's just put one stack in there and see what happens. Alright, so we push the button again here. 8 go into there. Let's set this off again here. And we put that there. So they go into this hopper. And if we break that, they should go from there. That should be full. That one full. That one full. And that one full. Perfect. So that should recycle itself now, which is good. Cool. So, now that works, what we need to do is count the items. So we can use that. Let's fix this circuit up here a little bit. Okay, so if we fix this circuit up, we might be able to work something out. So at the moment, that goes into that. Let's try this and this. And then we can go from there. Let's use a different color for clay here. My internet speeds. Let's have a quick look. I think speed test. Alright, I'm just doing a speed test at the moment. Might cut the stream out though. Okay, so my my download speed is about 13 megabits per second, and my upload speed I think is 0.8. There's a maximum of 0.8 megabits per second, so 800 bits per second. At the moment I'm at 770 bits per second, so not much at all, probably because I'm uploading at the moment with the stream here. But yeah, pretty slow. So let me just refresh this here. Just gonna close some of these other pages. Alright, just doing a speed test. Whoops. Close speed test. Okay. There we go. Now, so let's shrink this. So if we use this color here, like that, and we put a torch on top, and we can go here, here, and here. We can put that there, and that there, and okay, so we'll put a button here as well, like that. And then all we need to do is put another block here, and a block here, a block there, and a block, and a comparator, like that. There we go. Put that over there like that. Okay. 5 down and 0.7 up. Yeah, it's not fun having slow internet, that's for sure. I'm pretty jealous of the guys. Like, I noticed Seth Bling does an upload to Twitch and YouTube at the same time, and it's like really good quality, and yeah, really upsets me when I see that. Let's change this out a little bit as well, like that. And we'll put a button there and a button there. Okay, we're getting somewhere here. So that recycles itself, and give me a second here guys, just got to reply to this. Okay, so that works there. We push this. Yep. And we push this one. Aha. What's happening there? That can't be... Yeah, that needs... Okay, that needs to be a quick pulse there. So let's change this here. And make that 2 like that. So that should work. Let's empty this one. Like that. Okay, so that should be a quick pulse. So now we should be able to put in... Let me fill this back up here. So now if we press this button here... Oh dear. Okay, we'll have to do this instead. Actually, well... Yeah, no, that will work. Okay, so let's check back in here. So I only got 4 items come through then. So let's try that again. There's our 8 items. We hit this button. Nine. Ah, okay. So this needs to be a slab. Right here. Needs to be a slab. And the rest of that should work okay. Except now that's powered. Okay, so what this is supposed to do is count out 8 items to use in this elevator here. So we're trying to make 8 items go into here, and then when we press another button, the 8 items go through and cycle back through the system. So that's what's supposed to happen. At the moment, just running into a few issues here, but that's cool. So if we put that like that, let's put this here like this. And get rid of that and that, like this. And we'll move this one over. Okay. So that should work. But that doesn't work. That needs to be a block. I hope I haven't been on mute that whole time. Okay, hang on a second. Let me fix this. Well, that's a rookie mistake. Hang on, let me change. What it is the mute button is keybound to the same button that the hide and show my hotbar is. So when I pressed it again, it must have remuted me. So let me just change that settings. Audio. Let's set mute to let's go F12. That'll do it. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, can you still hear me? I hope so. Let's check myself here. Okay, hang on a second. Let me fix that. Okay, good. Well, I've just been talking for a whole lot of time, so that's probably good because I was sort of rambling, I guess. That music that you heard was meant to be the intro music for my survival series. Let me just play that one more time because I didn't really get to explain it, obviously, if I was muted. Let's see. So, let me just turn off the music here. So yeah, Vulture asked if I was going to do a survival series. The answer is yes. Here we go. So this is the theme music I made for it. So there we go. That is just a little bit I was playing around with, and it's gonna be. Oh, okay, good. Well, okay, there we go. Yeah, so that was just a little song that I was playing around with for an intro. I was gonna have a survival series when 1.8 came out, and that's the plan still. The trouble with me is I don't know how I'm going to go for time because they do take up quite a bit of time. But I would really like to do a survival series. That would be awesome, and I've got some really great ideas for it too. So yeah, so I hope so. That would be really awesome if I could. Let's see. This isn't quite working the way I want now. Alright. Well, that's not quite working, so I'll have to get rid of it, I guess. This works okay, so our button here will go. We'll get 8 items in, perfect. And survival from Morezy, yes, that is the idea. So I'm planning on getting something together. I wanted to use the custom world settings to get a nice looking world, and use it to make it a little bit more pretty in the world, and yeah, that should be coming up soon, hopefully. I've just got to find the time to do it. So, but yeah, that music should hopefully be the intro music. Yeah, the ZipCrowd server's pretty awesome, and that's a really good way to do it too, is to have a bunch of guys that do that. And I do actually have a server of my own, but I haven't used it for a while. I was going to reset it when 1.8 came out, so maybe I will work on that possibly. Okay, so here we go. Let's do that. Alright, so that needs to be there. Cool. So music, let's turn the music up just a little bit. So that needs to be unpowered, and then when that is got something in it, it needs to be redone again. Okay, we can do it this way. Yeah, so Fun Master. The idea is I'm gonna have a Let's Play very similar to Ethos, I guess, where I focus a lot on technical things. So it's going to incorporate a whole bunch of redstone devices, and my whole survival base is going to be based on redstone devices. So it's going to be pretty redstone intensive, but also I really like building as well, just making things look nice, and that's something you don't get to see very much with me. So the idea is that it's going to be really big builds and really nice detailing, but focusing mostly on redstone. I've actually got an idea in my head of quite a large structure, both above ground and underground, and the structure is going to have every type of farm I can fit in it, and it's also going to be really quite big and ornate as well. Some cool ideas I had include a special hallway for competitions. So I'd like to run just a couple little competitions in my videos where people can enter a competition to say name something or various things, and they'll get a place in this hall, and there'll be either a what do you call it, a avatar of them or something like that. Yeah, so it should be cool. Yes, similar to that, yep, but on a much bigger scale, hopefully. There's going to be multiple levels, really big tower that goes straight out of the middle, and some really cool stuff to do with slime blocks, which is going to make it really awesome. I've got big ideas, but they will take a while to make, so yeah, that's the idea. I am hoping to get that working. Here we go. So that won't work either, because it's powering that. Oh, actually that... yeah, no, that won't work either. So yeah, should be pretty cool. Let's try this and this. And we'll get this into here, like that, like that. Okay, does that work? It should. So that should power that. That one should... well, we can put... no, we can't. Yeah, that should power that like that. Yeah, that's right. Um, yeah, Etho tends to do a lot of his stuff. I like I like the mix that Etho has. He'll actually do um, he'll do like a bit of an introductory build, and he'll say, well, this is where I want to go, and let me just finish that off, and that way you sort of see some progress. Some of the other guys, what's going on with this chat? Do you mean the tab space stuff? I think it's inputting HTML tags in there, but I can still read it. Looks fine. But yeah, so I'd like to build stuff on camera, and I think I'll do a lot of live streams with a Let's Play. So that would be really cool, because I'd really like to do that, especially if I'm going to have big builds. There'll be a lot there with like heavy grunt work that I need to do, so it'll be nice to do it as a live stream if possible. Okay, so let's make sure this works now. Okay, we're missing a couple items in there, so let's just fill that up. Okay, so let's try this again. Let's put this out here so it's all the same. So we press that, we get 8 items, perfect. We press this, and we get 8 items into there. Very good. That is the way we want it. It's nice and small too, which is handy. Let's test what happens if I push that really quickly. Okay. So if we go like this, what happens there? 16. That's interesting. So it times out after 16. So if we go like this, 1, 2, 3, we only get 16. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So there's a bit of an issue. We only get 16 items when you press it more than twice. And you can hear there, it's because this torch gets burnt out and needs a bit of a reset. So let's see if we can reset it. Alright, yeah, thanks mate, thanks for coming along, thanks for helping me out with this stuff, and yeah, look forward to seeing you again, and if I end up using this stuff I will certainly put the credit in the next video I do. So, a little bit quicker there. Okay, so let's see. I'm just going to check this Twitter out here quickly. If people here aren't following me on Twitter, make sure you jump on there and follow me on that. Got some new ones here. So what have we got? A few new people. Very good. Okay, and let's go to here. Alright, so that works now, which is good. Except there's a problem with the torch burnout. So it puts 8 items into here, and if we hit it again, it puts another 8. Do we need this up here to keep it going? Let's try that. So we take them out. What type of music? I actually listen to a lot of different types of music. At the moment I mostly listen to just the radio, actually, just normal radio. G'day Paranor, how you going? Greetings from Australia. Yeah, so I mostly listen to just the normal radio. There is a radio station that I listen to a lot from back in Canberra, and it's just mostly dance floor stuff, which is really cool. But yeah, that's what I do. Okay, so let's see here. If we press that, yeah, there's a burnout. Okay. So when we hit that and it burns out, it's still only doing 16. That causes some problems. Causes some problems. So the torch burnout does work, but only for 2 presses, and then it times out. So 1 and 2, and it's dead. And there's no real way to bring it back other than we need to add more torches. So if we do that, it's unlikely that both will... thank you, Vulture. Welcome. Make sure that I want to try and use Twitter a lot more now, and I might be putting some updates on there as to when a video is coming out, and also things I'm working on at the moment that haven't quite made it to video, so I might do a few screenshots and put up there, so it's going to be interesting. And let's see, so if we push this, it still does 8 items. Let's try it a few more times here. There we go. So now, how many times can we push it? Actually, I better fill this up. Let's put this in. Okay, Paranor, I can read your chats. Okay, see your chats. I think there are some issues with the chat at the moment. Thank you for the greetings from Canada. It must be must be pretty late at night there, is it? Monster Cat. That sounds good. I'll have to look them up. Okay, here we go. So it's 8. Let's do this. Okay, so that's where we run into more timeout. So can we put another line in here as well? What about yeah, it must be a Firefox problem because I'm using Chrome and it doesn't seem to affect it at all. Okay, let's do this. Night Owl, yep, that's it. 12:17 AM. Well, it's 1 o'clock here. 1:15. Yeah, specific item counter. And I had a great addition here from one of the viewers before, but there is a problem with it. It only sends out so many bunches of items before it burns out. Can we do this? It seems to work. So maybe 3 torches is where it stops burning out. Can we do this? And put it up like that. Okay, it doesn't look pretty, but I think it might work. So let's see if that affects. Monster Cat Media. Okay, thank you. I'll check that out. Alright, so that's 16. Okay, it does still hit the point where it doesn't work. It's 48. Let's try this again. So let's see when it stops burning, when it stops working here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7. Although 4 8's 32. So that's not quite working. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use that after all that. I might have to go back to my old design. Let's see. let's build that again really quickly. Get rid of this. In here. And go here. These two like that. Okay, so then we need to do this needs to go this way. Yes, so Paranoia, what I want to do is get 8 items into here each time I press the button. Now I did have a design using comparators, and then one of the viewers gave me this design which uses torch burnouts, but unfortunately when you go and press it a few times the torch burnouts stay burnt out and they need to be updated before they can go again, which means you can only push the button so many times before it stops working. So I'm not going to be able to use that one, I don't think, because this is for a multi-floor elevator for this one. So if you have lots of floors you need to be able to push the button quite a few times for it to work. I'm also playing around with the idea of using the chests here with the trap chests into hoppers, like I did on my other one. So yeah, I'm not sure on that one. So let me try use a comparator clock again. And we can put a button with a torch. Okay, so let's go button with a torch, and okay, no, we want a button with a repeater. So we actually want a button on that. Button, repeater, and we want to make a pulse extender. Like that. But that's what I'm trying to get away from, the pulse extender. So what if we put the wooden button? It does 7, I think. Alright, thanks mate, thanks for stopping by. Okay. So, yeah, that's not quite working either. Cool. Survival series should be awesome. Into here and into here. Seven items. 7 items. Not quite what we want. $15. Let's stop this one. Where's the music gone? Okay. Let's test this again. $16. $32. How am I getting double? It's getting double? 32? A dropper facing a down hopper. An up dropper facing a down hopper. Up dropper, down hopper. Locking a hopper from a chest. Like that. Well, you can use that, or you can do this. Trap chest. Up dropper with a comparator running the clock and switching the latch back. Up dropper has a comparator running the clock and switching the latch back. So the comparator will be coming out of here and it would be running the clock. No worries. Well, what we're trying to do is move away from the what's this doing on? Move away from the wooden buttons with the timer. Let me have a look here. So we're trying to move away from these guys. So this is a wooden button with a pulse lengthener to give me the 8 items. If I do this with a wooden button. How many items does that give me? Into a dropper. So that gives me 7. Gives me 7 items. I wonder, can we put something like this? What happens if we do that? Let's put 14 in there. I think that put out 8. It sure did. Okay, so what about if we put a stone button? 6, 7, 8. Let's try that. No, still only 6. But that's interesting that we can put a wooden button there and it will spit out 8. Very good. What happens when we do a few of these? Let's put it facing that way. So what if we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we should have 32. Oh, that's interesting. 32. Well, that means we can shrink it quite a bit. Let's go back to this one. Oh. Okay. So we can switch this out now. If we put a wooden button, oh, can we delay a stone button to make 4 from each? That would be a good way to do it. Stone button. No, we'll need to go like this. Put in a stone button. And from the stone button, we want to use this and one of these. There we go, that should be okay. Does it come back yet? Yep, should be alright. Let's refresh this. Cool. Put in a stone button. Alright, so with the stone button, let's It's not doing what we want at all. Let's move that. So it only does two items. Okay, so maybe actually how much does that do? 5. No, I think 4 is going to be better. So we can get rid of that. And we can put that there. With this. And how did we do it? Let's go back here. That one. Okay, so it's just got a 2-tick repeater next to it. Oh. And like this. And a 2-tick repeater. Like that. Does this work? Okay. Six. Okay, so it needs to be six. Needs to be a wooden button, doesn't it? A wooden button. Okay. That's better. Alright. Well, that turned out a lot simpler. Okay. So there's the winner. Does 8 items. Okay, so next, how do we fill that back up? I want to do that. So that needs to fill up again. Needs to go that way, and then that way. Can we put a dot of redstone here? I don't think that will work. Let's try it. No. So we'll do this. Like that. Will that work? Oops. Get rid of that and get rid of that. Let's fill this back up. Okay, there's 8. There's 16. This will need to go that way and then down like that. And when it's like that, we can go down and into there. This needs a comparator with a block like that and some redstone right there. So when that gets unpowered here, so there's 24 items. If we push this one, they get sent through. Until they're all done. Well, that's a fair bit simpler, and we can push it multiple times. So let's try that. 2, 3, 4. So there should be 32. And when we press that, it should output until all 32 are gone. They travel down here through these and fill up these hoppers, these droppers again. So that's good, but it's still very slow. Maybe get rid of these like that. And let's try and put one in there like that, and this can face into here. So that goes that way, that way. And okay. So we want to get these two droppers firing at the same time. So we need to get this so that it only outputs 4 items. And 4 items was the tricky one, I think. So if we have this, that will do 6. And if we put it like this, and like that. Okay, let's see how many of these do. So we've got 6, let's pull 6 out of there. Okay, so if we go none, that does 2. That does another 2. That does another 2. Only does 2. So what if we go here, like this, and hook that up. We'll set that to 2. We'll set that one to 4. Can we get 4 items out of that? Three items. Let's get rid of this. Okay, so can we get 3 items? So that's only 3. Let's try 4 and 4. And let's add a delay. So what's that doing? Still only 2. Hey, the Pippin, how you going? Hello. How many did we get that time? Did we get 4 then? Or was it just 2? Oh, it's still only 2. So how do we get 4 out of this? We could put like this. Like that. Let's try this. So if we go here and we do that, see how many of these spit out. Is that 5? I think that was 5. Yeah, it was 5. So can we remove... Can we shorten that by 1? Well, that's no good either. So we need to get 2 droppers firing at the same time. And firing 4 is the hard part. So let's make just a little pulse extender here and see how much it takes. So we'll shorten this off. So how many came out of that? 2, I bet. 1, 2. So if we go like this, that was 3. That was 3 as well. So do we need another repeater here? Did you see that? It just got rid of my button, turned it into redstone. That was 3 as well. That was 5. That was 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there should be 8 here now. Yep. Okay, interesting. So that's just... Did that spit out 4? 5. Set that to 2. Let's set that back to 4. Let's see what happens here. 10. 4. Yep. Okay, so that will do 4 items. Alright. Well, that seems to work. I think I'm probably going to end here, I reckon. Getting a little bit hungry now. It's 2 o'clock. So I'm just going to have a quick look around, make sure everything's... Yeah, this should be okay. Alright, so yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to head off for now. I may do another stream tomorrow, possibly. I'm not sure yet. But I'll certainly keep you updated with what happens here. So if you guys were unaware of what we're making here, it was a new design for this multi-floor elevator to make it more simple to build, and it's proving to be quite difficult to get the timings correct. But yeah, thanks for watching, and make sure you follow me on Twitter if you haven't done so already. And yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.